Good to talk to you both. I really want to go into this. So, I guess, can you introduce us to your characters? Robert, first, can you talk about Neil?
Yeah, Neel is a loyal best friend, a kind person, a very condescending person, and yeah, I just think he tries to be sweet whenever he can be.
And then, Kyriana, can you talk about KB? And then also kind of explain her visor, too, maybe?
Oh yeah. So I play KB. She's cool. But she's more on the quiet side. She's very thoughtful and resourceful, and she's really just trying to help her friends out and making sure that they're safe. And making sure they get home, and keeping them on track. But my visor and Augs, that was like a whole process. They had like a mold of my head, like a 3D copy. When we first started, I had to shave half my head to fit it, but the Augs kind of just slid on. They're almost like headphones, except you just flip them this way, so it was kind of like they slid on. And then there would be like two little areas where the visor would click in, and they also had another version, the up version where the visor would go like that, that way. My vision most of the time, it was like colander vision, because there are a bunch of like tiny little holes.
And she has a whole fear, so I felt so bad. Don't you? A whole fear. A whole fear.
Oh yeah, I have trypophobia, guys, but it's okay because feeling cutesy in it was like that got rid of my fear. But it was like colander sunglasses, so I had to get used to compromising my vision.
Well, speaking about being inside of something, too, Robert, can you talk about how they explained the best way to be Neil, to be him and be inside of him before we get to see what he is? I mean, it's a different world when you're out there, of course.
They really didn't tell me to do much. They honestly just said, like, be yourself and be what you think Neil is. And that's what I did. And I think just because he is a very cute character, I just tried to be as sweet as possible.
And he seems to be a good friend as well. What was one of the things that was your favorite thing about him, you think?
How loyal he was. I mean, even in the first episode, he says he will fail the test, so him and Wim will still be in the same class together. Which I just think is, like, kind of the definition of, like, ride or die. Like, and that's kind of why I love him.
And then, real quick, what was your guys' favorite moment on set? Was there a certain like set piece or a certain area that was the most fun, Dave, to shoot?
Mm, I really just enjoyed mostly, like, the stunt work that we would do. Like, even in the first episode, when, like, the ship was, like, turning and, like, kind of Wim, like, falls down that little thing and we have to hold him? Like, that was, like, kind of like a real thing we kind of did. And that was
Yeah.
really fun. There was, like, leaves also in our face. It was really kind of weird.
Yeah.
Very cool. Last thing I want to ask Robert. Of course, you were just in Dear Santa as well with
Oh,
Jack Black.
thank
So
you.
can you tell us anything about being with him? And then, are you on his Christmas list? Are you guys going to exchange gifts for Christmas?
I mean, I would love to do that. I mean, working with Jack was really fun. I mean, I'm also would consider myself like a very energetic person, and he had a lot of energy. Like, it was kind of funny, and we'd always like kind of like make my day better. Like, anytime you just look at him, you just kind of start to laugh. Like, it's so funny, and I think he's really nice and kind.
Well, he's got. Did he introduce you to any heavy metal rock as well? Because that's something that he knows really well.
He didn't do a whole lot of that, but I mean, I feel like I also have listened to Tenacious D before, and I do really like it, and I think he's really good at that.
And then his Satan voice is kind of interesting too. Did he just kind of turn on it? And how did you kind of find that reaction to him as being just Jack, and then all of a sudden he's this much darker?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely kind of had like the voice for it. I mean, I don't know, it was really kind of funny because he would also like yell sometimes and it would kind of like freak me out. Like, even just him doing that.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys very much. We'll make sure to talk about this.
Thank you.
Have a great day.